Hello, kids, and here we are for another Theo TV. And Theo, what are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
We're getting ready for an attack.
For an attack? From what?
Schnookems.
From Schnookems?
Yeah. So we're getting ready for an attack. We're gonna build a fort. And
what is this contraption?
Oh, that's a helmet.
That's a helmet, and what's it?
Oh, that's my microphone to communicate.
Who are you communicating with?
I'm gonna. Oh wait, hold on. Doghouse to Big Lizard. Doghouse to Big Lizard. Come here, Big Lizard.
Big Lizard. Let me guess. Big Lizard. Is Bob?
No, it's Larry.
That's Larry.
Yeah, Larry.
Okay, so you're talking to Larry, getting ready for an attack.
Yeah, we gotta protect ourselves.
From Schnookems.
From Schnookems. So we're building a wall right over here.
I see that.
Yeah, Bob's got his helmet.
Bob's got his helmet. Yes, he does have a helmet.
Yeah, we gotta protect ourselves. If we don't protect ourselves, no one will protect us.
Well, that's mostly true. Yeah, well, kind of true, but God protects us.
God protects us?
Oh, yeah, he's protecting us all the time. Protecting us from accidents, problems, disease, and a whole lot of other stuff.
Like right now?
Yeah, like right now.
How about toilet paper?
Well, he can protect us from toilet paper. Probably better than your helmet can.
That's the best I can do.
Okay, well, in fact, there's a story in the Bible. Actually, there's many stories in the Bible that talk about God's protection. But there's one in particular that I think you'll really enjoy.
Really?
Yeah, so we just go see Mr. Flannel, and we'll be ready to go.
Okay, hold on. Doghouse to Big Lizard. Doghouse to Big Lizard. We're going under to Mr. Flannel. Going to Mr. Flannel.
Okay. I have one question, though, Theo.
Yeah, what is it?
You're building a wall here.
Yeah.
And this is where you're going to protect yourself from Schnookems.
Yeah.
How do you know the attack's coming from that way?
What?
Well, how do you know the attack's coming from that way? It could come from...
Oh, go! Let's go! Oh, Mr. Flannel! Oh, get Bob! Schnookems!
Well, Theo, here we are again at Mr. Flannel.
Yeah, Mr. Flannel!
And,
Wow!
Wait, wow, what?
Look at Mr. Flannel!
Yeah, Mr. Flannel looks pretty good.
Yeah, there's a hill, now with the road and the clouds.
Yeah, well, you know, it's amazing how far you can get on a $10 budget.
Wow, it looks great.
Yeah, and but before we get to the hill, we have to start at 2 Kings chapter 6 with a king.
The king of Israel?
No, not the king of Israel. The king of Aram.
Where's that?
Well, at this point in history, Aram was a kingdom in the northeast by Israel, and they just kept attacking Israel.
Oh, that's not nice.
Well, no, they were not friends of Israel, and this king kept sending army to go and raid the Israel villages, but he was always running into a problem.
What's that?
Well, the problem was every time he would send his men to camp somewhere to attack, the Israelites, they always knew.
They always do?
Yeah, they always knew where they were going to be, and so they were always stopping them and defeating them, and the king was very upset. So he called in, you know, his advisors, guard, and whatever, and he said to him,
"Wait a minute,
what?
His throne room is outside?"
No, it's not outside. It's just, well, it takes a while to get Mr. Flannel to look like this, and I just don't have the time to switch back and forth.
Oh, I see. Okay, carry on.
Okay, so the king brought in, his guards, and we say, now look, someone's got to be spying from our court, because how is it that Israel always knows where we're going to be and where we're going to camp and where we're going to attack? Somebody must be telling them. And one of his people said to him, well, king, it's not one of us, it's Elisha. Elisha's a prophet in Israel, and he can hear even the secrets that you whisper in your palace.
Wow, that's a real good gift.
Well, it wasn't exactly that Elisha could hear. It's the fact that Elisha would listen to God's voice, and God would tell him. Remember how we talked last week about how God can talk to you in many various ways?
Yeah, you can learn to hear his voice.
Yeah, so whether Elisha heard the voice out loud or in his head or however God communicated to him, God was always telling Elisha where these guys were going to be. And that's why Israel was always ready for their attacks. And that's what they tell the king. So the king says, all right, that's fine. Then I want you to go capture Elisha. Take him out. So his army took a bunch of men, a strong force, it says, and they went and they found Elisha. He was in the town of Dothan. So they surrounded the town. All the men were out there, and they're surrounding the town of Dothan. Now, Elisha is there with his servant.
That's Elisha?
Yeah, that's Elisha, and here's his servant.
How do you know they look like that?
I'm just guessing.
Okay.
So Elisha is there, and he sees this army, and the army surrounds the place where they're staying, and the servant gets all anxious and nervous because there's an army that has been sent to kill them or take them away.
Yeah, that would cause fear.
Well, yeah, it could, except Elisha wasn't scared.
He wasn't scared about army. It was just him and the servant.
I know, but Elisha knew something that the servant did not.
What was that?
Well, I'll show you in a second. So Elisha said to God that, he said to the servant first, don't worry about it because our army is a lot bigger than their army.
What army?
Well, the army he had at his disposal.
He didn't have an army. I don't see an army.
Well, you don't see the army, but that's the whole point. But we'll get to that.
Okay.
So, Elisha prays to God, since the servant can't see this army that Elisha's talking about, and he asks God to open up the servant's eyes so that he can see the army that God was using to protect him.
And did he see it?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, God answered the prayer, and the servant could see the army. And the army went,
no, let me guess.
Let you guess what he saw?
Yeah, let me guess.
All right.
So, the army was Larry. It was Larry. Ha ha ha! It was Larry, and he's gonna something. You thought I was gonna say Bob, didn't you?
Well, actually, yeah, I did think you were gonna get Bob into this. You usually do.
No. You said Larry. Larry gives the Larry treatment. Stomp. We're stomp.
This is really what you want me to do, is to stomp on him?
Well, yeah.
Well, actually, no, it was not Larry.
But Larry could stomp.
Larry could stomp, but no, it was something even bigger than Larry.
Bigger than Larry?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of... Oh, wait, I know what happened. I know.
Oh, now you know what happened?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, what happened? Well...
It wasn't Larry.
No. Well, what was it?
It was... Larry and Bob! Both Larry and Bob! Yeah, they came. But Bob will eat you. Larry will stomp you. Chomp, stomp.
No, it wasn't Bob and Larry. In fact, it was a lot worse than Bob and Larry.
Worse? What could be worse than Bob and Larry? I ran out of dinosaurs.
Well, yeah.
I could call Jackson. He's my friend. He's got dinosaurs, and he could let me borrow some, and then I could bring over the dinosaurs, and then we could have more dinosaurs. And that would be worse than...
Theo?
Yeah.
No, you don't have to call Jackson to get more dinosaurs.
He said I could.
Yeah, I'm sure he did, but it's even stronger than a bunch of dinosaurs.
Stronger than Bob, Larry, and his friends?
Yep.
Oh, now you're just talking silly.
No, I'm serious. The Bible tells us it's something far more powerful than Bob and Larry. Why don't you say goodbye to the dinosaurs, and I'll tell you what it was.
Okay. All right. We're gone. Bye.
Okay, yes, get Larry and Bob out of here. Okay. So,
I want to see what's worse than Bob and Larry.
Well, I'm going to tell you. So, I got to fix the clouds he messed up here. So, when the servant's eyes were opened, what he saw were flaming chariots and horses with men on them. but they weren't men. Well, what were they? They were angels.
Angels?
There was an entire angel army covering the hills.
Covering all the hills? That must have been a lot.
Well, it doesn't say exactly, but if it was covering all the hills and surrounding them, they were everywhere. Horses and chariots. Can you imagine? All having angel warriors in them? Wow.
That would be worse than a dinosaur.
Yeah. And so,
hey, where did you get all these chariots?
Well, I had some resources.
Are you going to put up for everyone?
Well, no, because I'm not buying 1,000 or so fiery chariots.
Well, that would be cool.
It would be, but I don't have the budget for that. But they were surrounding Elisha, the servant, and the army. And the servant could see that God's protection that he sent was far better than this army. In fact, Elisha then commanded the army and said they
were supposed to attack him.
Well, no.
They were supposed to stop him?
Nope. Elisha says for the army to cause blindness to the army from Aram, and that's exactly what happens. They're struck with blindness, and now they can't see where they're going, and they're bumping into each other, and they're falling down, and they can't see Elisha or anything.
Wow! God did that through them?
He did. And the story will go on that Elisha actually captures the entire army and brings them to Samaria. And through all of that, in the end, Aram decides that they won't attack the Israelites anymore, because this prophet alone has God's protection, and there's no way that they can defeat that. God was protecting Elisha, and Elisha knew it, and he just asked for his servant to be able to see what Elisha already knew by faith. And that's why I'm saying that just because we can't see how God is protecting us, we know from his word that he is protecting us, and that nothing can harm us without God allowing it, because God protects us.
With fiery chariots and horses?
Well, maybe. Or maybe big angels, or maybe by his own hand. We can't see it, but God is protecting us because he loves us and because we're his children. And that's what great parents do. And so we have to know that God is protecting us. Nothing can happen to us without God allowing it, because nobody can get through God if God doesn't want them to. Ready to go back and say goodbye to the kids?
Yeah. Let's go say goodbye to the kids.
All right, get your dinosaurs.
All right, let's go, Bob. Let's go, Larry. See you back at Mr. Flannel.
So, Theo, that was our Bible lesson today.
Yeah, I really loved it.
Yeah, and from 2 Kings, it's from the Bible, and you know what the Bible is?
God's Word.
God's Word, that's right. God speaks to us through his Word.
Yeah, it speaks to us.
And is it always true?
Always true.
Is it ever wrong?
Never.
Never. That's right. So we learned today about how God can protect us.
Even from toilet paper.
From armies, from anything. Because is there anyone more powerful than God?
No. God's even bigger than Bob and Larry.
Yes, even bigger than Bob and Larry.
Bob and Larry.
Yes, even bigger than Bob and Larry. Yeah, so, well, listen, before we go.
Yeah.
You want to say goodbye to a few kids?
Yeah, please. Where's my glasses?
I got your glasses right here.
Okay, put them on. Schnookems didn't break them, did it?
No, she didn't break them. Hold on. There we go. Okay, look in there, and who do you see?
Oh, yeah, I see him. Oh, I see him. Oh, there's Carl. Hi, Carl. Oh, and Finn. Hi, Phineas. Carl and Finn.
Yeah, they're out there. Who else is out there?
Let me see. Michaela. Hi, Michaela. And there's Laura. Hello, Laura. Oh, there's Anna. Hi, Anna. And come on. Okay. Shep. Hi, Shep. Hi, Shep. Hi, Hank. Hi, guys. Good to see you.
So yeah, it's good to see the kids, and
we're gonna see them soon.
We're gonna see them soon. They're out there, and they're watching you, and
They are?
yeah, they're watching you, and they're learning about Jesus at the same time.
Well, that's great. Jesus is more important.
Yeah, Jesus is more important. But it's time to go. So what do we always say?
Theo loves you,
Pastor Justin loves you more.
but Jesus Christ loves you the most.
The most. Bye, guys. See you next week. Bye-bye.